Welcome to the first episode of Enemies of Liberty. On this show, we will go over different stories or events that highlight abuse of authority or an infringement upon individual rights. So we are clear, rights I believe are universal, include freedom of speech and expression, right to self-defense, right to free association, and right to privacy. I think those are simple, basic rights that most people logically can apply to any individual. Whether or not you believe in the right to own guns, you still most likely support the right for someone to defend themselves. You may not like someone's opinions, but perhaps you understand that people have a right to these opinions. So that's why I chose these as rights that we will apply in this show. So just to be redundant and to make it clear, the rights I will be advocating in this show are: number 1, freedom of speech and expression; number 2, freedom to free association; number 3, right to self-defense; number 4, right to privacy. Without further ado, let us begin. My source for this story comes from the Libertarian Republic. The Chinese government banned religion for all members of the Communist Party of China and threatened to punish those who show any support for religion. Every one of Communist Party of China's CPC, nearly 90 million members, must not only disavow any personal religious beliefs, but must also refuse to support religious activities for any reason, even for the benefit of China, according to Wang Zuoan, director of the State Administration for Religious Affairs. Now, if you are a Republican, imagine if Ted Cruz was not allowed to go on stage and talk about God. Or imagine if he wasn't allowed to say "God bless America." How would you feel? Violation of the First Amendment, right? Now, imagine as a Democrat if a Muslim wasn't allowed to become a senator unless they denounce Islam altogether. And for those anti-Muslim, no matter what, people get mad at me for suggesting that a Muslim could be a senator. We're talking about Americanized secular Muslims, okay? It's sad that I have to clear that up. Party members should be firm Marxist atheists, obey party rules, and stick to the party's faith. They are not allowed to seek value and belief in religion, Wang wrote, according to Global Times. Now I get it. Political parties have general platforms. That's what political parties are. They represent a set of ideas, typically. But as crazy as I think the Democratic or Republican parties are, I wouldn't ever assume that you would be kicked out of the Democratic Party for being a Christian. And you wouldn't be kicked out of the Republican Party for being a Jew. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I think American politics are crazy. I think the Democratic Party has crazy standards that results in presumptuous witch hunts. But to be forced to disavow a religion? Whatever, more on that later. We should guide religious groups and individuals with socialist core values and excellent traditional Chinese culture, and support religious groups to dig into their doctrines to find parts that are beneficial to social harmony and development, Wang added. Wang asserted that foreign religions such as Christianity and Islam have been used to further political beliefs contrary to those of China's ruling Communist Party, and therefore must be regulated and made to conform for national security and social stability. Now, the reason why I consider this a violation of rights is probably because I am an American. Not that others who aren't American don't think the way I do or, look at it any differently, but in the United States, we have a Bill of Rights, and the first one is simple, straightforward, and logical. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peacefully to assemble and petition the government for a redress of grievances. When a government says that you must disavow a religion, that is a direct violation of freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and the right to free association. Now, I could understand if they were part of an organization such as ISIS or the KKK or something along those lines, but I can't go on without first admitting my bias. If I were a leader of a political party, and I would rather everyone in my party to disavow socialism and communism. So I mean, to an extent, I understand. In a free society, you can't allow ideologies that oppress people or coerce people into a certain standard of living or living condition. But that's why I feel like my ideology or the original intent of the United States was so different. I don't mind a socialist if they acquire property and proceed to create a community, and your requirement to join this community is to disavow capitalism, then so be it, even though I'm a capitalist. They're not forcing me to join this community. The difference is that this is government policy, political policy, and it's not voluntary and it's forceful. Now, I know you don't have to join the Communist Party of China, and I'm reaching a little bit, but this is just a highlight of politics across the pond and a violation of rights that happen elsewhere. Thanks for watching my video. If you liked what you saw, please check out our Facebook page. Link will be in the description box below, and do not forget to subscribe.
They'll seep through the air, don't care though, wear those G's, please, Jerry.